Hello everyone, my name is Stas and today I will tell you about the plot of the 2007 film called P2, in which a maniac kidnaps an attractive girl on Christmas Eve.
You don't really have a boyfriend, do you? But you want one.
The film starts by introducing the main character, whose name is Angela. On Christmas Eve, she is forced to stay late at work because a client called her and expressed dissatisfaction with the terms of their contract. After a few minutes of arguing, the girl agrees to make some changes. Soon, Angela's co-worker comes into the office and apologizes for his behavior. At the recent office party, the girl forgives the man and wishes him a Merry Christmas, after which he goes home. After Angela finishes her unexpected work, she calls the elevator. On her way down, she runs into one of the security guards, who tells her that he is closing the building for 3 days. The guard exits on the first floor, while Angela heads to the parking lot. At the same moment, Angela starts receiving calls from her relatives who are waiting for her at home. Their concern is due to the fact that Angela is very late. The girl reassures her loved ones and tells them that she will be home soon. Suddenly, the connection is lost on the parking level. As soon as Angela gets into her car, she realizes that it won't start. The girl decides not to deal with the car and instead grabs the gifts from the trunk and tries to catch a taxi. When she reached the exit of the parking lot, she realized that it was closed. Angela approaches the security guard working in the parking lot and asks him to open the door. The guard smiles and offers to help with the car. He notes that there are always issues with taxis during the holidays. The man suggests jump-starting the car from an external power source. Angela hesitates but agrees to try starting her car the way he suggested. Unfortunately, the guard is unable to start the car. Then the girl asks him again to open the exit from the parking lot. The guard opens the door. As he sees the girl off, he says that he has prepared a festive dinner and would like to share it with her.
I prepared a small Christmas meal for myself. I don't know if you could join me if you want.
Angela took the man's offer as a joke. She said goodbye to the man and left. Once she got to the first floor, the girl calls a taxi and rings her loved ones. While waiting for the taxi, tired Angela dozes off for a moment. She will get a call from the arriving taxi driver. Suddenly, the girl realizes that the entrance door to the building is already locked. Angela asks the taxi driver to wait. Meanwhile, she hurriedly heads back to the parking lot to ask the guard to open the door. After a few seconds, she realizes that the man is no longer there. Suddenly, almost all the lights around go out. Angela, feeling confused, starts to hear some strange noises. The girl tries to get out of the parking lot but stumbles and falls. Her phone slips from her hands. As the girl fumbles for her device, the same strange security guard appears behind her. He immediately puts Angela to sleep with chloroform. Some time passes. Angela comes to and sees the security guard in front of her. He introduces himself to her as Tom. It turned out that while Angela was unconscious, he managed to change her clothes and chain her to the festive table. Tom behaves naturally as if everything is fine. The man shares various notes about himself and invites Angela to drink wine. Angela realized what a terrible situation she was in, so she did not scream or become aggressive. The girl tried to calmly explain to Tom that her loved ones were waiting for her and that she had completely different plans for the evening. Tom also calmly replies to her that he has no intention of letting her go.
And I mean that, but my whole family's expecting me. I have plans.
I guess some plans are made to be broken.
He had been looking forward to this evening for a long time and had prepared for it extensively. Then, Angela starts talking about her boyfriend. She mentions that her boyfriend knows where she works and will be coming here soon. Tom's expression changes. He starts asking the girl about her boyfriend. Angela starts to get confused in her answers. It becomes clear that Tom knows absolutely everything about her, including the fact that Angela doesn't have a boyfriend. After this, Tom forces the girl to call her loved ones and let them know that she won't be able to come to their Christmas celebration. When the girl hangs up, Tom begins to thank Angela for her actions. The man tells her that he has also prepared a special gift for her. Tom plays a tape recording of her co-worker hitting on her. Angela can't understand why Tom is showing her this video. Then the guard offers her to see her gift in person. He starts to free Angela from the chains. As soon as the girl felt that she could move freely, she immediately grabbed a fork and stabbed it into Tom's back. Unfortunately, this injury was not enough to neutralize the man. Tom puts handcuffs on the girl's wrists and pulls out the fork. After that, they get into the car and head down to the lower level of the parking lot. Tom presents his gift to the girl. Her colleague was sitting in a chair and was completely tied up. The guard starts scolding the tied up man and says that he definitely needs to be punished. Angela started to calm Thomas down and talk him out of what he had planned. The guard did not listen to the girl and repeated once again that this unworthy man should remember forever that such actions are unacceptable. Thomas gets out of the car. Angela tried to stop him, but she couldn't do anything. The guard approached her colleague and started beating him brutally. The girl watched what was happening and fell into a panic. Meanwhile, Tom gets into the car and starts pushing the chair with the hostage using the front bumper.
What are you doing?
We're just gonna take him for a little drive.
Reaching the nearest wall, the crazed guard pins the tied-up man down, so hard that he had no chance of surviving. That wasn't enough for Tom. He put it in reverse, accelerated, and crashed into his victim again. He repeated similar actions several times. At one point, Tom loses his vigilance and Angela manages to escape from the car. The guard decides not to chase her and instead focuses on cleaning up the body of the dead man. Meanwhile, Angela is trying to get out of the parking lot. Reaching the guard's office, she tries to call for help, but the phone is dead. After that, she gets into a struggle with the dog to take her bag back. After getting her cell phone, the girl discovers that there is still no signal. So, Angela decides to find a spot where her phone will get a signal. Finding such a spot behind the parking gate, the girl finally gets a signal. At that very moment, Tom appears. The girl drops her phone behind the gate and runs away. Finding the keys on the guard's desk, the girl manages to get out of the parking lot and ends up near the elevator. Once inside, the girl closes the doors and then locks them. However, Tom is quite smart and knows this building well. The crazed guard opens the elevator shaft, pulls out a fire hose, and douses Angela with cold water. Angela tries not to pay attention to the biting cold. As soon as the elevator cabin was half filled with water, Tom drops the body of another guard next to her, the very one that Angela was talking to just earlier. Angela decides that this man might still be alive, so she unlocks the doors and opens the elevator. The girl examines the guard and realizes that he is dead. At the same time, Tom decides to stop chasing the girl and turns on Elvis Presley's music. It seems like it's time to relax. Angela. She takes this pause to gather her thoughts and come up with a plan. She grabs a fire axe and smashes all the security cameras. Sneaking into the guard's office, Angela sees a video on the monitor of herself unconscious. It becomes clear that Tom took advantage of her vulnerable state. Seeing this, Angela goes into a rage and smashes the monitor with the axe. After this, the girl notices that one of the surveillance cameras is recording police fortifications. Near the entrance to the parking lot, Angela thinks about how to signal them. At that moment, Thomas sneaks up from behind and knocks the girl out with a taser. Some time passes. Angela comes to her senses inside the trunk of the car. By this time, the police are already leaving the parking lot. Angela struggles to escape her confinement and rushes towards the patrol car. Unfortunately, she doesn't make it in time, and the police just drive away. At that moment, Thomas appears in front of the girl with his dog. Tom sets the animal on the girl. Angela manages to break the car window and hide inside the cabin. The dog easily finds its prey and jumps inside the car, then starts to bite her. Angela barely defeats Thomas's dog and hides in the parking lot. Thomas finds his dead dog and falls into confusion. He doesn't understand how Angela could have killed such a sweet creature.
Why would you do that? Huh? He's just an animal!
Next, the crazy security guard notices Angela's bloody trail and starts to follow it. Meanwhile, the girl manages to find the car keys in the rental department. She gets into one of the cars and tries to drive out of the parking lot. Suddenly, Thomas's car crashes into the girl's car. The girl realizes that she can't escape through the main entrance and drives away. As a result of the chase, Angela's car flips over, and Thomas, believing that the girl was hurt, he runs out to help her. He opens the car door and sees Angela unconscious. Suddenly, the girl opens her eyes and jabs a ballpoint pen into her attacker's eye. While Thomas was trying to regain his composure, the girl attacks him and strangles him with the handcuff chain. Thomas loses consciousness. After that, Angela picks up Thomas's keys and takes off her handcuffs. Next, she chains the man to the steering wheel of the car. At the last moment, Thomas wakes up. He tells Angela that he just wanted to be friends and that he's very lonely.
I'm alone. I'm always alone.
Angela silently walks away from him. At the last moment, Thomas starts to insult her. The girl turns around and ignites the gasoline that has spilled from the car with a stun gun. Thomas first screams in agony, and then the car explodes. Angela, covered in wounds and soaking wet, finally makes it outside to the snow. With relief, the girl heads towards her loved ones. This is where the movie ends. Well, my friends, the film P2 is a great thriller where the tension builds with every minute. The stunning performances of Wes Bentley and Rachel Nichols will leave no one indifferent. Well, Angela's body in the festive dress. It's a separate delight for the eyes. At the time of this recap's release, this film has a rating of 5.9 on IMDB. How would you rate this film? Be sure to write it in the comments. That's the end of our video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you found it interesting, then definitely support this video with a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our new episodes. Well, this was Stas, who is already preparing a new brief recap for you. Stay healthy, watch only good movies, and play only good games. Good luck to everyone, and goodbye.